Hey there, neighbors. Welcome back to the channel. This is Anarchy in the 603, and you're here for another postcard from your friendly neighborhood anarchist. Absolutely nobody's favorite, D-tier production quality, lightly edited, off-dome, and unscripted, dispatched from wherever I'm sitting to wherever you are right now. I've got about an hour before therapy, and I figured I would touch base with you guys. I don't talk a lot about my family on here. I mean, well, okay, I do, but not in a ton of detail. I try to keep them largely out of what I talk about, but I am a veteran's wife. My husband, much like our Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, was in the Army National Guard and the Air Guard as well, the last couple of years of his very long, nearly 25-year career. Active duty 8 years, and then the rest was all Guard. He ended as a staff sergeant, and he was part of the fire direction control unit out of Charlie Battery. I'll tell you something right now, you guys. You know how much I know about everything that he did in the Army National Guard when it came to fire direction control and what they did on their drills and all of that stuff? Absolutely fucking nothing. Absolutely not a goddamn thing. That's what. I know about his fellow soldiers' terrible hygiene habits. I know about some of the goofy, irrelevant shit that happened. I know that they were firing mortars off into some farmer's field out in the middle of nowhere, bumfuck upstate New York. And that's all I know. So what the fuck is Pete Hegseth's wife doing in a Signal chat along with her brother-in-law and her husband's personal lawyer, getting details about flight times, about destinations? Now, this is all happening at the same time as the same leak that was going on just a week or so ago that we heard about with the editor of The Atlantic. And I don't care that his wife was once a Fox producer. That gives her absolutely no right to be knowing any of this shit. And I don't care that his brother works at the Pentagon. That doesn't necessarily give him the need to know clearance. On top of that, all of this information is stuff that would have been given to the SecDef in a skiff. And it would have had to been transported out of there either in his own head or on a piece of paper, or in his personal phone, which means that he would have had to have brought his own phone into a skiff, which is something that you cannot do. And you cannot take any of this information out of one. The whole point of a skiff is to keep this shit isolated in a bubble away from everything. And yet, here we are. Here we are. And on top of that, Kristi Noem, our Department of Homeland Security Secretary. Now, I'm a humble woman, you guys. A humble woman. And yet, never ever once have I had $3,000 worth of cash, plus blank checks, and my work badge in my purse. Well, just chilling at a restaurant, not going to work, and planning to use this cash for Easter gifts and Easter dinner with my family. That is some lavish ass Easter, and goddamn, I don't know where they're eating. Certainly no Waffle House, that's for goddamn sure. And blank checks. They didn't say a checkbook. Blank checks. Oh, plus her medication, plus her DHS badge, all just boop disappearing. $3,000. My dude. Now, whoever out there now knows what medication you're on. They could have duped that badge already, blank checks and cash. Girl, I hope you're getting some sort of kickback from Russia on this. Like, seriously? Now, I don't know about Kristi Noem, but I certainly know that Pete Hegseth does have a problem. He was grilled about his alcoholism during his confirmation hearings, and I'm not an alcoholic. I have alcoholism in my family, and I also have a housemate that is an alcoholic. I've had friends who have suffered, and I've been a peer counsel and harm reduction counselor for over the last 20 years of my life. Peer counseling for trauma survivors and harm reduction counseling for folks suffering with addiction. Because even though I am not a person suffering from addictions myself, I still know like the harm reduction protocol. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The fact is, homie said that he was going to quit as soon as he got the job. Now, I know he ended up out of the National Guard at a higher rank than my husband, but I also know that he is just as unqualified as my husband, as good a soldier as my husband was, and as great a sergeant as he was. Hey there, chickadees. I'm sorry, dude, but at that level, you are not fucking qualified to be running the goddamn Pentagon. Excuse me? Like, our defense budget is the biggest part of the budget that we have. Like, the $8 billion that's getting cut out of Medicaid is a drop in the fucking bucket. It's like a goddamn rounding error for the Pentagon, okay? And this guy, this, like, officer from the fucking National Guard is in charge, and he's an alcoholic, and he's saying that he's gonna quit as soon as he gets into the most high-pressure, top-secret, secure fucking job there is. I can't even guarantee that he was even sober when he was sending these texts. I mean, God only knows what he was thinking. But either way, the reason why I can confidently say I know so little about the shit that my husband did, even in his civilian life, he had top secret clearance because he worked for a defense contractor here in the state for a long time. And, like, he wouldn't tell me anything about that. Like, the Joint Strike Fighter jet that is, like, the Marine, maybe, like, the whole combo fighter thing. I don't pay much attention to that shit. But, like, my husband worked on the avionics development for this defense contractor at one point here. And, like, it wasn't until like 8 or 10 years later that he points to a news article and he says, hey, remember when I was working for, that company, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's the thing I was working on. And I'm like, well, shit. By no means have I ever been qualified as a veteran's wife with his top secret clearance. Being top secret clearance adjacent, never have I been privy to this, because my husband takes his oath very fucking seriously. And here we have the man at the top, the tippity top, just using Signal. And we have DHS secretary just losing her purse or getting it stolen. She didn't just lose it, but still, you don't just, bitch, I'm a broke bitch. You think and I live in the safest state in the country, and I hardly ever leave my house. I am no one anyone's looking for. Do you think I leave my purse unattended? Fuck no. $3,000, blank checks, my medication, and my DHS badge. Where were you, Kristi? What were you doing? Fucking A, man. And here we are in this country where there are people trying to say that this isn't a problem. My husband would have gotten fucking drummed the fuck out, fucking court-martialed or some shit, if he told me any goddamn details of their training drills on howitzers that were already being retired at the time that they were training on them. Y'all, if this isn't a fucking problem, I don't know what is. These people should be fucking prosecuted at the highest level. The absolute highest level. And the White House is not looking for replacements. Well, first there was the breaking news that they are, and now there's breaking news that there's not, so who fucking knows anymore? Anyway, I got stuff to do. I gotta charge my phone. I got a half an hour to therapy, and I need to slap this shit up on the internet. Anyway, neighbors, we're supposed to be getting some sunshine today. I'm hoping to maybe get some more yard work done. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Don't be spilling no secrets now. Unless you're the Department of Homeland Security or the Department of the Secretary of Defense. Fucking, you know, whatever. Anyway, bye.